Hey guys, what's going on here? 21st Century Moses bringing you guys another video today, and hope you guys are super excited for this video because I'm talking about some E3. And honestly, I just woke up, so I'm sorry if I'm not super hyped up like I normally am. But I just gotta put this video because I got work and then I gotta do stuff later. So I'm just making sure you guys have this video uploaded. But the first thing that I want to talk about is the EA press conference going in order. So EA, they had Battlefront, which I'm a huge Battlefront fan. I played the first two so much when I was a little kid, and it's just ingrained in my memory. But then they showed this one. It's just like, yeah, like we've been working on the game. Well, not really, because we've been vacationing. But we're just gonna show you our offices and stuff where we could be making the game right now, but we're not. So that's pretty much like all their trailer was. It was a huge letdown in my opinion. I know a lot of people are feeling the same way because I just don't understand what that is. Then after that, they had Mass Effect, which I've never played a Mass Effect, but I heard they were gonna try and expand it and like tie into the same storyline with General Shepard and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. Then they have the Sims 4, which I probably won't pick up or anything, but I probably might like download or I don't know. It's not worth $60 in my opinion. It feels like maybe $30 I'd play it. Um, just kind of stuff like that because they got The Sims, which comes out September 2nd, and then they went on a little tear about a bunch of like sports games. Like they had UFC with like Bruce Lee comes out June 17th, and then they had like NHL, they had golf, they had Madden, they had all these different games that are like a bunch of sports related and stuff like that. I just think it was like kind of let down because like not all gamers are athletes in opinion. So I just didn't know what that was about. Then they have Dawn Gate, which is like an MMO. I don't really know how I feel about this. It kind of cool, kind of not. I don't know. A little bit iffy. I'm gonna have to see some more about it to actually know my opinion on it. And then EA released Mirror's Edge, like the second one, I guess it'd be. I've never played the first one, but I heard the first one's pretty cool. It has like a lot of parkour elements and stuff like that, and you can like run around, slide, do a bunch of stuff like that in this huge city. So everybody was pretty excited about that. So I'm gonna say that's pretty good for EA that they announced that. And then they also had FIFA, another sports game. I've never been a football. I'm gonna call it football because that's what international people call it. I've never really been like a big football fan or anything like that, but I know like the World Cup is in like 1 day, 2 days, something like that. So I'm gonna be trying to watch a little bit of that, see if I can get a little bit into it. I don't really know who I want to win. If you guys want to know my opinion, I have pretty much no opinion on that. And then to close it out, they ended up doing the Battlefield Hardline beta. So what happens in this game? You're kind of like crooks versus robbers, like good versus bad, you know. Or not. I said cops versus robbers, not crooks. It looks kind of cool, but it looks pretty much to me like the same as Battlefield 4. Looks like it's probably using the same engine. Looks like it's not really like it's something new, yeah, but it just looks like I've kind of done this before. Maybe it's like from GTA or something like that. I don't really know. But they ended up closing out because like the beta is available right now, but it's not available on Xbox One. So we got the shorter end of the stick. But well, what can you do? Then moving from EA, we're gonna go over to Ubisoft. So Ubisoft was pretty much right after EA. So they ended up announcing Far Cry 4, which a lot of people were hyped about that. So I kind of expected that. And then they moved to Just Dance. And that's not really a big way to take it, you know. You don't want to have Far Cry 4 and then go to Just Dance, which hardcore casual, you know. You don't really want to do that. And they moved it back up to hardcore with Tom Clancy's The Division, which I think is pretty cool. And then they kept it going with The Crew, which is like a game where you can race all across America pretty much with your friends. The beta comes out July 23rd, and the actual game comes out November 11th. That looks pretty cool. Then moving from that, they went to Assassin's Creed Unity, which I'm liking. I like how they got like a bunch of teammate aspects about it. Not teammate, but like other Assassins. And the graphics look pretty amazing on it. You know, they're always fun games because I'm a big history buff, so I'll probably end up playing that. And they've done some fitness stuff, which don't really care about. But it's Ubisoft, so I expect them to be somewhere in the middle. And then they ended up ending it off with Rainbow Six Siege. I've never played a Tom Clancy game just at all. So they're gonna have The Division, then they're gonna have Rainbow Six Siege. And the last Rainbow Six game was Rainbow Six Vegas, if I remember correctly. So I guess it's kind of big news. But that's pretty much all we got from Ubisoft. And then moving on to the last press conference of yesterday, which there's gonna be one more today from Nintendo. But Sony ended up starting it off with Destiny. which is obviously a game made by Bungie, the people that made all the previous Halos. They're all making this game. They've been working on it for quite some time. Um, I really don't know how I feel about this game. I want to like it. I want to like it a lot. Because, like, a bunch of people that like it, it seems like a kind of cool game, but there's just a part of it that doesn't really get me hyped like I should be. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm pretty sure you guys are excited for it. Then from that, they have the Order, like the Order 1886, something like that. Where, like, it has, like, some zombie stuff in there and stuff. It looks kind of cool. I'm not really sure if I would play it. But I could see, like, some people playing it, like, their target audience would play it, I guess. Then they have Dead Island 2. Um, you know, I don't really think there's much to talk about for this game because I don't know. A lot of people say Dead Island was fun, but then you got bored, and then they stopped playing it. So I'm pretty sure if it's like the same thing, just killing zombies, I don't really think they can have so many different ways you can kill zombies. I think it would get boring, in my opinion. Then they talked about like a bunch of their indie team, like a bunch of independent developers. So I think that looks pretty cool. They have some games that some people are interested in. One game that I was looking at in particular, I'm not sure if it's just a PS4 exclusive. I'm pretty sure it's not, but it's called No Man's Sky. I actually got hyped about this game during like the game show for 2013. This guy was there. He had to pay for his own plane ticket. Nobody flew him out or anything like that. It's just like him and a group of guys. They make this own game. And what it is, like, you can get in your spaceship and everything like that. And then you can explore the fucking universe. Like, you can just go out, find a planet, alright, go explore it. Or you can, like, go find a star, alright, go to that planet thing and explore it. He said every star you could see, you can go explore. So that looks pretty cool, I'm hyped about that. And they said, like, each person will start on a different planet, so no two people are going to have the same experience. So I think that's pretty cool. Just one of those little things that I'm excited for. And then closing off, they ended up with the new Batman Arkham City game, which I think looks pretty cool. I've never played any Batman games before, but I definitely want to play this one now. Just got some part of me excited. And then they closed it off with some pre-rendered footage of Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. So I've never played any Uncharted games or anything like that, but I wish I played Uncharted games in my opinion. So I guess this is my video. I know, I'm sorry I've been a little bit tired for you guys, but I hope you guys have enjoyed. My name is Moses. Have a great day. Go out there and be happy.